Hey everybody, Tom Barnes, stories from the 78 in the heart of the Old Town neighborhood. You're looking at Wells and you see Zany's off in the distance, the Old Town sign, and of course Second City. And this neighborhood historic for many reasons. One of the first areas in the city of Chicago to have sushi back in the 60s. That's Kamehachi right there. There's ties to the new spot here in Old Town called SHO with that restaurant and another restaurant called Yoshi's Cafe, a Michelin chef. Everything happening inside here. I'm going to talk to Preston now for this story from the 78 from SHO Omakase. All right, so inside the dining room here at SHO, freshly opened space here in Old Town. I'm here with Preston. You guys opened up like August 12th?
Yes, sir. So just about 2 weeks ago.
Wow. So welcome to the neighborhood. But from what I understand, this business has roots in this neighborhood, goes back decades.
Correct, exactly. So right next door to us is a restaurant called Kamehachi, a sushi restaurant. Kamehachi is lauded by having the first sushi bar in Chicago in 1967, opened by our current owner's great-great-grandmother.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. Talk about this space a little bit and what you guys have to offer here right in the middle of Old Town.
Perfect. So we are SHO Omakase. So we are a traditional Japanese style tasting menu, a blend between what we would see as like white tablecloth omakase and kaiseki, which is another style of Japanese dining. So just inside the dining room where you came from, we have an 11-seat sushi counter where you have an intimate experience of about like 8 to 10 courses with chefs, with pairings. Chef Mari is taking traditional Japanese dishes that you would find at places like Kamehachi or other places around the city, but putting them in an omakase format, which is quite new for this city and this style of dining.
And you guys have this love of like music and blending things. Talk about that a little bit, if you would.
So Adam, the owner today, who's connected to Kamehachi, that's his family. Music and like design are really one of his passions. So he wanted this to be a space that felt as if Pharrell went into an omakase in Tokyo, and how would he feel? So there's records everywhere. The music is a really eclectic mix of playlists with like some hip hop, some rap, some like 80s goodies. So it's meant to be a really highly curated vibe that feels at both like really relaxed and comfortable, but also very elevated.
And then also there's roots to Yoshi's Cafe as well in Chicago.
Correct.
With this space. Explain.
Yes. So Chef Mari Katsumura, her father was Yoshi Katsumura, who opened Yoshi's, which was in the Lakeview Wrigleyville area for just over 40 years.
Yeah.
So she had made her own name in dining. So she opened up her own restaurant called the Yugen. I've worked at her restaurant before this, and so she is the executive chef
won a couple
here.
awards, right?
Yes, she has. She's a Michelin awarded, which is very important. Michelin awarded chef, yes. And so she has really, like, everywhere she's been, she has been highly lauded. And so her menu here is going to be those like Japanese diner style, it's not diner style, but like Yoshi really pioneered like a French fusion fine dining and then Japanese diner. So you have this blend of flavors that Yoshi's regulars who come to our establishment are familiar with. Feelings that they are able to recall from like similar flavor profiles. And so we have like these two ends of like big time players in the Japanese scene in Chicago culture coming together for like a new cool omakase tasting style.
And then you have your wheelhouse, which is the drink options, right?
Yes.
Explain a little bit of that.
Yes. So I'm a sommelier, so my background is in wine, but I do the full wine and sake program here. I think we're one of, if not the only restaurant in Chicago that's doing a full sake pairing with our omakase. So we have about like 6 to 7 sakes with all of the 8 to 10 courses, a full wine pairing as well if wine is your journey. We really wanted to highlight the fact that sake is really prevalent in Japanese culture, not just in gastronomy, but also in like religious rites, and it goes back hundreds of years. And so we were very conscious in making sure that the sake journey mimicked the food journey. And then because wine is my wheelhouse and something that Adam and Mari personally enjoy as well, we have a banging list of champagne, some French Burgundy, Chablis. So there's really like there's a lot of beverages for anyone to enjoy, and they're all rooted in like a version of humanity, a version of culture, wherever they're from.
Sounds like a wonderful spot here. You guys are just getting started as far as opening. I imagine reservations are probably encouraged because you guys, especially at the counter, right?
Please do, yes. So the whole restaurant is reservation only. So we do encourage you to look up SHO Omakase. We do book through Open Table for reservations. The sushi counter is first come, first serve. It's perfect for a day night anniversary, exploring Chicago if you're new here and you want to find like an entry into the city through food and beverage, which I think is really helpful when traveling. But definitely reservation, absolutely.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I appreciate you taking time to chat, and congrats on the new space here.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. You too.
All right, that is the story from the 78 at SHO right here on Wells Street in Old Town, TomBarneyChicago at gmail.com if you have a story from the 78 suggestion, or hit me up at the website storiesfromthe78.com. That is the other restaurant that is ties to this restaurant at SHO. 60 plus years on this strip. These guys just opened here in the beginning of August. Come check them out.